we have this too, is this ligament right here. Okay, you have one of those as well. Okay, the hard palate is this hard ridged part of the roof of the mouth here, whereas the soft palate is posterior to it that I'm touching right now. No ridges, and it's soft. Okay, the esophagus, you should know where that is. That's kind of cut here, but this is it right here. That's the larynx. Okay, the epiglottis and the glottis. Again, epiglottis. My probe is in the glottis. Diaphragm sits on the liver. Speaking of which, there are 5 lobes of the liver. You need to know all 5 names and whether it's left or right. So starting with number 1, this is the right lateral. This is the right central. You see this vein here? That's the dividing line between the right central and the left central. And then over here is the left lateral. Okay? And then, like the lung, there's one lone one. And it's right here. It's called the caudate lobe. So there's only one of those. All right? If I lift the right central lobe, that's where the gallbladder is located. This is the gallbladder here. And this is the cystic duct. So think of this as a turkey baster. This contains bile. When it squeezes, it delivers bile into the cystic duct, which will take it all the way down to the small intestine for emulsifying fats. Okay, the stomach has been cut open for you. All right. Basically where my finger is now, where it's rotating around, that's the fundus of the stomach. There's 2 regions you need to know though. So where my probe is right now is in the cardiac region. It's closest to the heart, and my probe now is surrounded by the cardiac sphincter. So on the practical, I'm gonna say specifically either name the region or name the sphincter. Okay, so that's the cardiac region, but the probe is going through the cardiac sphincter. Okay, at the other end of the stomach that leads into the small intestine, this is the pyloric region. You see this puckering here? That's the pyloric sphincter. Okay. Okay, small intestine has 3 regions. Okay, what I'm holding right now is the duodenum. For all intents and purposes, this is jejunum. And you got to find where the large intestine begins to find the last region of the small intestine. So here's where the large intestine begins.
So that little piece would be the cecum?
Yeah, that's the cecum right there. It's a blind pouch, and in us, that's where the appendix shoots off. So right here, what I'm holding now here is the last part of the small intestine. That's the ileum. Okay? All right, the spleen. The way I like to teach it is think of the pages of a book. Liver is page 1. If I turn the page, page 2 is the stomach. If I turn that page, page 3 is the spleen, which is this tongue-like structure here. And then when I turn the page, this organ right here, this mottled-looking organ, that's the pancreas. So that's the last page. Okay, large intestine. Again, went over the cecum already. That's the cecum right there. And then as it goes the other way, it will lead into the spiral colon, which is this. And it's aptly named because it looks like a spiraled up snake or rope. Okay, and then it goes to the descending colon, which all the way down here will lead into the rectum. So that's the rectum right there. Okay, mesenteries we saw in the rat. So just go up to the small intestine again, spread it out.
And it holds them together?
Yeah. So that's mesentery right there. And again, depending on the pig, it could be bright red, it could be blue, it could be both, it could be no color at all. And then if you look at the base of the mesentery, see these swellings here? Those are lymph nodes. And again, that's actually a nice set there, but in some pigs they really pop out. Okay, and that's it.